Okay, hello, greetings and welcome. Alright, so I'm in a very small space. Sorry if there's any echo in the audio. We'll do the best we can. Alright, so I want to cover some theory on Buddhism and the process of release. In Buddhism they have a saying that nibbana is the release of attachment, aversion and delusion. So what does it mean to release? Now the fundamental training exercise for release is to observe without touching. So the starting point, watch your thoughts arise, watch your thoughts fall away and don't touch them. When you practice this exercise, the first thing you'll notice is that if you lose mindfulness and you engage a thought, that there's this creation cycle that starts where you start making a story. As you lose mindfulness and your mind attaches to the thought, and all of a sudden you're moving into a feeling, a memory, and a story starts being generated. That story isn't true. It's a delusion. And this is what we want to let go of. So if it's a memory, it won't be perfect. If it's a plan to do something, it won't be perfect. There's imperfections inside of that story that the mind is just creating and attaching information to. And as soon as we notice that we're generating a story and we realize, I'm supposed to be mindful, I'm not supposed to be touching the thoughts that are arising and falling away, and you pull back, you'll notice the story goes into a destruction cycle. It's just dissolving and releasing. And right there in that moment, you go, that's what it means to release. That's what it means to let go. So this process of releasing is seeing how your mind is interacting and generating feelings and generating actions, and repeated actions make subconscious behavior. As you observe this process and you step back from it, then automatically there's a release that happens. All the thoughts, the feelings, the energies, the stories, they just start dissolving, disappearing as you go back to this observing state. The next observation that happens is as you observe and you reach a point where you're not touching anything, the thoughts come from further away. So instead of the thought being right here, the thought is way over there. So this thought coming from a further distance, it has to travel through the accumulated stillness of your mind. So this is a really important side effect because that's the treasure. The accumulated stillness gives you better insight, it gives you better clarity of what you're looking at, it gives you high levels of intuition, higher access to your own subconscious potential, it gives you a view of your own thinking processes. It allows things to become much clearer. So as you observe the arising and falling away of the thoughts and you generate a type of mindful concentration of this observing without touching, everything gets further away. As if thoughts are coming from very, very far away. So this type of practice, we want to put it into, if we do martial arts, we want to put it into a martial arts training. We wanted to put into our daily life when we go to work. We're on the train, driving, whatever we're doing, we want to have this mindfulness and we want to have this accumulated stillness between you and an object. Now, a few interesting things are happening. When you're observing these thoughts through the stillness and they get further and further away, they're not further and further away. Your relationship to perception of time changes. So if you're training martially and a person throws a punch at you and you're in a state of mindfulness, they're like, oh, here it comes from far away. You have this time perception that's slowed down, you're releasing time. And this is part of the first transformation, releasing time, where you take vital energy, you slow it down, you move it into astral energy. And we want to get this perception, this accumulated stillness, so that things appear like they're coming from a far distance, when in fact they're coming from the same distance as before. It's just your mind is releasing time. We're doing the first transformation without even knowing it. So systems that train mindfulness like Buddhism, they're cultivating the same type of alchemy as Hermetics, but they're just not saying release time. They're just going, practice this exercise, and then time is releasing. So you move from a vital physical state of awareness into an astral state of awareness. So astral being releasing time. So this theory is very, very important to grasp, to understand. Because when you see that slowing down of, it's coming from afar, you know, you've released time, you've accumulated stillness, you're now moving towards the astral realm, towards the realm of what people call chi, where all these deeper energies exist, where your intuition is where your clairvoyance is, where higher spiritual skill sets reside within you. And the door to these skill sets is through that stillness. You want to accumulate stillness through mindfulness to amplify intuition. And when you understand that you need to develop it through each gate, not just observing through the mind gate, but with eyes open, eye consciousness, sound consciousness, scent, taste, feeling, you put it through all the gates. And then each of your senses become much more acute. They pick up information on a much deeper level. You meet people and you have an intuitive knowing of the person that you're meeting. Then you just go, I know this person. I can understand them. You have resonance with who and what they are. If you're contracted into you and everything is sticking to you, you can only reference an emotional framework of that person. So you go through your belief structures to view something else. When you're going through this accumulation of stillness through observing, you're observing a release of time and you're seeing things as they are. You're getting a much cleaner, equanimous view of the person, of the situation, of the environment. So this is, there's a huge amount of value in practicing this. When you apply this mindfulness into your martial arts training, you're sparring with the person, you're doing push hands, chi sao, when their intent arises, it goes, they're intending. It's arising within their body is generating. Here comes the force. So you have all these mental, astral, and physical stages that come from afar. And this is what we're after, is to develop that intuitive feeling, here the force is coming, and I'll respond appropriately to it. To be in the right place at the right time requires mindfulness. So this is why so many styles to meditation before and after class, so many martial arts systems, their martial art and their mind control and their meditation, they're overlapping because there's so much value in just sitting, watching your center of gravity, watching your body breathe, watching your dantian, watching your hara, watching the energy enter and leave the body. By doing these types of mindfulness practices, where you're not trying to control the energy, but just observing it, you're releasing time, accumulating stillness, and you're activating your intuitive nature. Okay, so I hope this helps. For those of you on the Vimeo channel, keep your questions coming, and I'll make video replies as time allows, and then we can address all the side topics that I may not address as a part of the normal course, but I'll post those videos onto the Vimeo channel so that we can cover a lot more of the fringe areas or any problems that are arising in your practice and so forth. Okay, thanks for your time, and see you on the next video.